Well, it's interesting because you do have one of the most successful PR firms here in the entertainment industry, but obviously you're very passionate about guerrilla PR and giving people the power and the knowledge to be able to
I am.
do what you do on a much slighter scale.
Indeed, I am. I am passionate.
Do you think that's because when you started your firm and you didn't know about this world, I mean, you had to be a guerrilla yourself?
I think that may be true, but I think I'm also very interested in these ideas. Look, obviously, on some level, I have a kind of soft spot in my heart for reasons that I think are pretty understandable for underdogs. I was an underdog, and so, you know, when I go out into the world and I see people who are underdogs, for some probably explainable reason, I feel some attraction to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so the idea of writing a book that simply tells people that you can do the very same things that the biggest PR firms, the biggest celebrities, the biggest corporate heads in the world do for little or no money,
Mm-hmm.
is pretty compelling. 25% of all the TV shows that you see on daytime television, like Oprah, are simply shows created by viewer mail.
Mm-hmm.
So for the cost of a postage stamp, often you can do a great deal.
Now, I do absolutely want to recommend that everybody viewing, whether you're an actor or you want to work in PR, publicity, or an agent, or anything that has something that you need to market, please check out this book. But I want to find out about some of the other books.
Well, thank you for that nice compliment, but I would like to say to the people listening, I don't think you should buy the book at all.
What?
Unless you believe that you, as an actor or creative person, are a brand. Now, if you don't believe you're a brand, you shouldn't buy the book. But if you believe that you have the potentiality to be a brand. Now, what I mean by that is to say that let's take Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein is a very, very prominent brand name in fashion.
Absolutely.
And Calvin Klein is a man, a real man living in America. He's an American man. But he is also my, and perhaps your, underwear.
Mm-hmm.
So Calvin Klein is both a man and a brand, right? And in that same sense, I think you have to ask yourself, if you're watching this, whether or not you believe you're a brand. If you think you're a brand, I would encourage you quickly to try to either purchase or borrow, steal, go to the library. I guess I can't advocate stealing. I shouldn't do that. But you can borrow from a friend this book and others, and think about that.
I'd like to actually go one step further, especially if you're an actor, because it's what I know. If you don't think you're a brand, then you need to do some real searching as to why you're in this business.
I think you do. And I think you have to also consider whether or not you're fundamentally thinking about your career in a kind of strategic, planned way.
Mm.
You know, my favorite new saying right now, and it's getting a lot of attention, a lot of popularity, is this. And if you're watching this right now, I want you to think about this. I'd like you, if you would be kind enough, if you'd be willing, I'd like you to even write it down. I'm going to say it twice for you.
Cool.
Okay, here we go. A damn fool with a plan beats a wandering genius 100 times out of 100. Let's do that again, please. May we?
Please.
Okay. A damn fool with a plan beats a wandering genius 100 times out of 100. Now, think about that, my good friends. Are you a wandering genius? And if you are, how's that working out for you?
Yeah. That's interesting.